Do you breathe? No. All right. So the stream for Weiss is starting. For Worlds, probably gonna have some ads and stuff to get played. Yes, that is Georgia.
That's down with me.
We have it. We have round one is Rio Shun.
God,
We got
Quince.
Steve.
Quince
What is up?
Bunny girl.
Hold on. I have to move.
English match.
I have to move y'all to the top left corner. All right. We have Steve from Refresh Point is round one feature match. Hell yes. On Quince? Wait, so they have the thing. Wait.
Only have level and clock.
They have it swapped. They have it swapped. Bran is on Quince, but it says Rascal on his. and Steve is on Bunny Girl, but they have his same.
Hey, it wouldn't be a Weiss Schwarz stream if it wasn't scuffed. I mean, if I should know, I should know, right?
Immediately fucking scuff within the first 5 minutes. Okay, they corrected it.
Not even the first 5, in the first like 2. Oh wait, no. Technically they have a gap because remember they did 10 minutes. Sorry, 10 minutes till starting.
Okay, so since they're
in the first half.
Yeah. So let's break it down. So I do not know Bran. Okay, I'll be real. I saw him and I thought it was Pro ZD. I feel really bad saying that. Dude's probably a very upstanding individual, but that's just how my brain works. Bran from Australia, it looks like. Oh, I just realized my fat fucking head is covering up Bran. Now you can see what I'm talking about, joking about Pro ZD. Okay, so I'm gonna move right in the fucking. No, I'm just gonna be up here, right here.
Stop being so cringe.
Covering his crotch. We're good. Y'all get to see my disembodied, like, chest and up.
Hey, don't cover up that lap play. We gotta see if he's lapping a card and
Oh shit! You right. I don't know what I'm gonna do for this. We'll figure something out.
He might have another Mike Long. You never know.
He might.
No offense to Bran if you're ever watching this.
He might be that chess player using anal beads, right?
Yeah. Let's have another Neil Neemanson.
But Bran from Australia on Quince and Ryoshun from Refresh Point on Bunny Girl Senpai from the good old Dallas Fort Worth area. Him and Ben have been on the podcast before, and obviously I got to hang out with Ben at Tampa, even though Ben was feeling really bad that weekend. Ryoshin did not go to that, but just really cool to see him for like the very first one. He won Worlds last year. So
holy hell.
Yeah, he won with Kali Gura last year, so I was curious. So
he's not repping Gura after the grad stream?
Nah, he must be on the Bunny Girl. So he's on the Bunny Girl Senpai stuff, so we are going to try, emphasis on try, to give what commentary we can and talk about stuff as we go along.
Hey, Kate, I need to ask for the entire Weiss community. We need confirmation. You're never going to graduate from us, right? You're always going to be with us, right?
Maybe.
That's maybe. Not a confirmed yes.
So anyway, we're going over here as gameplay is going fast. They were probably told to like wait, and now they're told, hey, you need to hurry the fuck up. Like, I don't know. Oh, we have one Mayan memory.
Likely so.
Because they are having to speed run this.
Hey, is it only me that wants the card emphasis up in like a top corner or something?
They usually do that, but like they're having to play so fucking fast. Like, I'm surprised. Like, if you look on either side of the screen above the players' pictures, there's a level and a clock thing on each side.
Yeah, but it's not actually working.
It's not working because they're having to go so fucking fast. The guy running the camera's like, I'm gonna wait. the guy.
That's fair.
The guy,
well,
like,
they can at least fix the level, since we do have a card in level now.
Yeah, we do have Nino. It's the Foolish Burial Nino he put in there too. So the 1/1 blue
Nino.
This
is 100% a question because I've never made it this far.
You're good.
Any card game in general to be caught on camera, but. Do they actually ask you at top tables to play a certain sleeve, so that way they can actually see the stuff through the camera, or no?
When I've made the cut and they were taking pictures and stuff like that at BCSs and Springfest and stuff, you had to switch over to a mat that was legal.
Mm-hmm.
And legal sleeves as well.
Yeah.
meaning official licensed product, that portrays something in bushy in Weiss or
Yeah.
generic, solid color.
Yeah.
They never had us switch out unless we were breaking the rules.
Yeah. The
Gotcha.
only one that I know has you like swap out is in Yu-Gi-Oh, and maybe in MTG as well, but
I've heard about it in Magic as well, because if you look at the old footage of Worlds, they used to not play with sleeves, and that wasn't because they didn't know about sleeves at top tables. It's because they were specifically asked for the camera. Because you can't have a sleeve reflect if you have no sleeves.
That's actual bullshit.
Japanese World, I think, makes you switch into a certain mat, like an official mat showing all the zones and official sleeves. But I don't think it's for camera. I think it's more of just licensing and appearances and stuff like that.
So it's all normal legality stuff for the most part.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh has you change.
The Worlds one, if I remember correctly, had a official Weiss Schwarz card back looking sleeve.
Possibly. So I know they did that in Yu-Gi-Oh with Top Cut. They would give you a pack of sleeves and say you have to change over to this for everything. So I don't
honestly. No, I wouldn't be that upset about that because that's free sleeves, right?
Yeah, it's part of like your prize thing, basically. Assuming they don't get like damaged and shuffling for the Top Cut and stuff.
Well, I mean, these days you could sell those sleeves for a fortune.
True.
Possibly.
I'm pretty sure they gave you the white sleeves, and I thought I remember seeing some of them sold because people wanted them.
Damn, did you guys just see that 4-stick right there?
Yeah, no, I was the same way. Like, brother is eating damage, man. As much as
at level 1 though, so it's not all crappy. They're at 1/1. He can push the damage back, keep the ball rolling in the game, but yikes.
I also don't know because I was just gonna play it through my like TV speaker, but I think I'm gonna have to put on headphones, which is totally fine.
Understandable. Yeah. I think it'd be reasonable if they added climaxes and bin, because that's kind of one of the most important statistics to know.
Yep.
They should, but once again, right now they're not able to do the level thing properly.
We just saw a misplay on stream with the dealing of a brainstorm. I don't think it's going to really matter.
I was getting headphones. What happened?
They flipped the wrong card while resolving a brainstorm. I don't think it really matters. It was the 4th card getting revealed before the 3rd.
Oh, it happens.
Yeah, it does.
As long as it's part of that set, I don't think they're going to really give a fuck if you like, oh, I also somehow accidentally flipped over like a 5th card.
Especially if it was a search, but I don't really know these decks too intently.
Yeah.
I mean, I did tell y'all that I played against Bunny Girl this past weekend, but that was my only time I've ever played against Bunny Girl.
I've played against Bunny Girl and played as Bunny Girl, but not this version of it. I have deck profiles.
Correction. I think I have played Bunny Girl on stream before, but I wouldn't remember from the top of my noggin.
Well, that 1-0 is not reversing the blue 1/1 Nino. That blue 1/1 Nino cannot be reversed by cost of 0 or less, and
we do have a card of memory. Oh, I see what you're saying, but it's not like it's an on-reverse combo. It's a top check.
Yeah, it's just a top check.
It's a top check combo. But I think Mai's gonna get bigger than Nino anyway, so she's gonna live.
She'll live.
So it's not like crashing and making an open lane.
Future me, if you give a fuck, put the 1-0 Mai on the screen so we can see what the hell it does.
She does get plus 3k for the memory, so she is gonna be, I think, with the climax at least 7-5.
Okay.
That was what I was thinking
might be
too.
getting a 1k buff, considering it's not getting plus. It's an unreversible by 0 cost, so it's probably a 5-5.
Gotcha.
Nino's a 6-5.
6-5? Okay, so she's still getting crashed over.
She's still getting over, but... And then the 2-2 in the center, he summoned it off of the climax combo, so it does have an extra 1,000, I believe. And I don't remember if the swimsuit one in the back gives buff or anything. So...
the swimsuit's a brainstorm.
It's a brainstorm, it doesn't give buff.
The question is, does it really matter right now if they're getting beat over on board?
Yeah.
They've got cards in hand. They have the selection set up.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for Bunny Girl because, like I said earlier, I hate Quince and I hate Azur Lane. Because screw Cat Girl.
It's all good. But he apparently had to crash into the 2-2 Nino, so that's perfectly fine.
I mean, it's also only a 2-lane combo,
Yeah.
but they did plus the hell out of stock with the 1-0 blue.
Does the Mide only gains the buff on attack, right? So it's not like it's...
I believe so.
Which, I mean...
I think so as well.
Which, honestly, no matter
It's
how
part of
big it is, the 1-1 can just...
combo text with memory.
Yeah, no matter how big it is, the 1-1 Nino can just freely run into it and just won't get reversed. That's the funny part. So...
I mean,
even
the 2-2 is also going to be able to beat over, and there's
True.
an empty lane here.
Yeah, because it's going to be like a
So it
12k.
doesn't really matter.
We should take a second and we should acknowledge how beautiful that Nino deck is. That is a lot of money sitting on the table.
It really is right now. I kind of noticed
It's such a shame if I bought a ticket over there and just went, no, whose deck was that? It's mine. It's mine now. Nah.
Nah, I've seen a couple very, very shiny Hanayome rares and shit going by, and I'm just like, oh,
I have had to think sometimes on a table that a deck costs more than my entire 4 years of college tuition.
But Dow, why?
Yes.
Why did you leave the keys upon the table?
You know, oh, it's because I was cracking a cold one. Come on.
You wanted to?
Pay attention now. Pay attention now. You hear him? Pay attention.
You wanted to.
Watch this. It's important.
You wanted to. All right. It's time. Because Ryoshin has to remember to take that refresh point. Ha!
I mean, they're still both at level 1.
That's their slogan when they do their podcast. That's their thing. Is like when they close out, it's like when they're closing out, it's like, and don't you forget to take that refresh point, is what Ben says.
I wish I knew, because
honestly, I'm behind on their podcast, but their podcast is very good. I enjoy the episodes that I listen to. I enjoy.
Ever since I've started streaming, I stopped watching all podcasts.
I don't watch. I'm gonna be honest. There's not a lot of Weiss content creators that I watch.
I
like
watched
videos.
Their I think I watched their podcast for prepping for regionals, just so I could get my brain in the game, since I didn't really play much besides Dow, and so I didn't really pay too much attention.
That was some very well-timed cancels.
Very. Yeah, you saw the 1 refresh, 2, 3 cancel. Like, oh damn, that.
I mean, they also took so much damage in the early game. For them to be canceling now is fine.
Yeah.
It's kind of the odds coming back for them.
Yeah, but at this point, it makes the game a little more even.
True too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, even if they got knocked up to 2, it would actually probably be in favor, because taking damage in Weiss isn't necessarily bad. Hitting 3 in this matchup is probably going to be a boon rather than a detriment.
Boo.
I don't know. I think when I play against Standby,
See, they're forcing themselves up here. They'll be cool. They'll be chill.
Boom. You were saying
Double climax though.
You were saying Palmer?
Ouch.
Generally when I play against Standby, they have small damage output, so I'd rather be lower, because they're gonna they're gonna win the board no matter what. Okay, fine. You've cracked out 3s. Good for you. I'm still losing board anyway.
Yeah.
Now, I want to. I'm hoping that I'm taking advantage of the fact that they have no offense.
You see, I've always had the opposite mentality, but this might just be why I'm a worse player. Because Standby is one of the few climaxes that has a actual soul trigger. So the fact that their bodies don't have that much soul doesn't necessarily really matter, because they're getting those extra soul triggers to make up for it in every way.
There's the soul trigger aspect to it, but there's also the fact that if you're able to retain board state and your opponent just crashes stuff, you're typically direct attacking, which is more soul anyway. So I mean, there is like, you're correct on the trigger aspect 100%, and it mattered in, say, like the Standby Gura, because you were also running more crit triggers in general. So it did very much matter in certain decks, but your opponent is having to just play the game of, okay, cool, throw down 3 level 0s and slam down a climax and ram. Okay, cool. I pray that I don't take too much damage next turn, because you have 2 2s with 2 soul swinging for 3, and it's still like level 1 or level 2. It's like, okay, without
right,
any
they're
source.
Oh, go ahead. My
But
bad.
your average level 1 combo swinging for 2s and 3s.
Correct. I'm saying you're like in standby, you're not having to worry about like the extra soul bump because your opponent's typically ramming stuff and you're just getting free soul off of direct attacks
Yep.
like adding
Now,
to what
the
Dow was
question
saying.
is that also was proposed by my statement is this still a game where it's first to 3 is going to win?
So
because of the top ends being so crazy.
that's a fair point. I don't know if the level 3 Mai that Ryushin has an early play condition.
It does not.
It does not. Okay, so that means
that's
he
the
has
reason
to
why
hit
I was stressing that 3 is such an important to hit first, I think, from the Bunny Girl matchup.
Possibly, because the Nino combo for the level 3 that has like I'm trying to remember which one it is. It's the uncommon level 3 that combos with a level 2 from the premium set that the level 2 gives it like during the encore step you can pay a cost to do burn. He can start doing like Brand can start doing that at level 2. Like just outright. So between that, if he's able to do the level 3 combo, he can do that stuff early depending on whether he cancels or not, basically. So where Ryushin has to wait until level 3, it very much could it's going to be very interesting. I'm curious about this matchup.
Now,
I don't have a definitive answer for your question, but yeah.
For Palmer, where do you think we'd want to be from the Bunny Girl side, putting our opponent here too on this swing? At what point in level 2 do we want them to be at?
I would like to see definitely nothing over 2-5.
Mm-hmm.
If I could sit them at 2-5, I'm really happy at this point.
Fair enough. So you think that it's going to matter for that race aspect I was mentioning, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I could see that.
You're good.
I think 2-4 is a respectable number here, pushing them enough where they can't climb all the way up, in most likelihood, but you know that you can finish them one swing.
Mm-hmm.
My goal, I mean, to be honest, I'm speaking very generically. My goal is always 2-5.
Okay. I mean, that's very fair.
Sometimes
most of the decks I play, the finishers can get there from 2-5. So that's always my target. Now, you might be able to get them away with 2-4, then they clock to 2-5, but
I know in my experience with some builds, you want to push them lower into 2. So maybe like 2 flat, so that way they can't heal off of an early play and enjoy the fact that your top end can just, hey, it's only 14 damage I gotta do. That's not that much. They cancel once or twice.
I see all the
swinging
Nino
for 20
SPs.
something. They're dead anyways.
Oh, he did. Did not encore them. Interesting.
Finishers can kill from 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, but you really can't. I don't think you could safely strategize that as a game plan. Even if you're playing the crazy my finishers.
To go back for just a second, where you something else you brought up earlier, Dow, where y'all said, it's like misplay on the field or whatever. If you look on Ryushin's camera to the right, there is a judge watching them, so he probably was like, "You're good, just keep going," type thing.
Yep.
So just to clear that up from earlier.
Though I will say, in the last Magic tournament I watched for Worlds, there were 3 judges seated at that table. And a lot of stuff happens still.
Oh, yeah. There were at
least 2 people disqualified for cheating that were actively caught on camera.
Yeah.
And the judges did not do anything that were actively there.
Ooh, homeboy here saw 2 more climaxes. Shit. Okay.
But that's Magic, not Weiss.
Yeah. No, you're good.
I would say even in Weiss, I think in most TCGs, your player base knows the rules better than a lot of judges.
Oh, 100%.
The good players do, because they're also judges.
Right.
Oh, we have a Foolish Burial Nino coming down. So, to which...
And the judges, and the judges aren't... They're watching the game, but to be honest, it's all probably a blur.
Yeah, I mean, especially with how fast these guys were having to play. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially after so many rounds, I'm not going to fault them as much. Like, this is round 1. He's probably like, you're good, just play fast, you know? But, like, especially after, like, 8 or 9 rounds, you're in top cut. Y'all been going since, 10 a.m. is when they started for this. Gosh. like it's 10 a.m. when the match started for them over there. So they've probably been setting up since probably like 7-8 o'clock. So it's gonna be a long day.
We do not have a correct level nor clock.
Do you guys see the last two comments in the chat on the Twitch stream?
No, I don't have it.
I'm just watching the screen straight out. No.
Somebody named Hextrawl chimes in. Not gonna lie, this whole thing looks pretty scuffed for Worlds. That's pushy for you.
Yeah. Yep. Hexdraw is correct. What? Hold on. Before you click off of it, see who else is in the stream. I want to see if I recognize any names.
That's what
here.
I'm trying to see.
There's a cat.
Oof me. We have Oof me in the chat. Scroll up. Scroll back down a little bit. I'm sorry. Right here. My avatar is covering it. Oof me. Yep, because he's the one that found the combo and got her banned.
Gosh darn it!
So
you screwed it up for all of us.
So that's Oof me. I was just like, oh yeah. Let's see. Hand Trap TCG. I've seen the name.
We do have somebody cheering on a player right there.
Good luck, Big Boot Gamer saying
somebody
good luck.
pointing it out too.
Yes, someone pointed out that earlier. They're saying audio bounce.
So I can't hear the players, but I'm assuming this statement's correct as well.
3-3 Darcy, I've seen them before. Palmer's Trainer, where have we seen them? Oh my good, why does that?
I have no idea. They have really good taste in Uma girls, though.
I believe you're correct. I would agree. No horse girls are bad in my book. That's just me.
Oh, a lot of them are bad in my book.
Well, you're you. Anyway, I didn't want to say anything mean. I want to be weird. Yes, that is true.
Maybe by the time I wake up in the morning, I will have to be getting money together for a pre-order.
Possibly. All right, so he has climax
Hopefully you'll
combo.
be getting paid for that pre-order very handsomely as well.
Also, I just realized Homeboy got pushed to level 3 really fast.
Yeah.
Ryushin's in a very good spot right now, and if I don't know alternate rarities. Forgive me for not recognizing the rarities of the climax when it's like, the super nice.
That's
you always run mixed rarities to throw your opponents off.
That is
think you're running 4 different climaxes.
Okay, so it's burn 3, then her damage, burn 3, then her damage. Basically, is how that's going to go.
It's her swing, and then at the end of the attack, pay 1, ditch 1, burn 3.
You're correct.
Okay, so it's burn then burn.
Yeah, well, it's soul damage then burn.
Oh, but it's at end of attack, so that means you can memory kick to anti. Ooh,
possibly.
Yeah, she can.
That does matter.
I've had it done to me.
Yep.
It also means that you can actually be money countered because of how counter steps work. Some combos don't just get completely stopped off of the money counter.
I've also had that happen to me.
And under his hand is the 1/1 that I believe gives all Ninos the top check ability to begin with. It's the alternate rarity, so forgive me if I'm wrong on that. So I just would love to see Ryushin.
The cards you should recognize.
I play the deck. I know the cards too. I used to play the deck, I should say. I forgot about the level 3 Nino combo timing. But I don't know.
That was about to be 0 out of 0. Asia's statement right there.
I know. I never picked up all the alternate arts. That's the thing. I can't afford the high rarity shit. Well, he gets to choose his triggers.
I hit the climax that he has in play and immediately sold it.
That's fair.
And I've had both of the other foils, not the signs. I've had those foils and goofed off with them and sold them, but no.
Don't we love our SPs?
Foils are meant to pay for me to play with new cards.
Yes. All right, so he chose to use the standby to summon out.
But hot girl on hot card.
Okay,
run thing, yes.
That level.
Yeah, that's why 2 of my 4 Palmers are SPs and my Love Live Superstar deck is maxed.
The level 3 Nino that he just summoned is that other level 3 that I talked about that can get the extra burn. But the level 2 is not on field to give it that ability right now.
Wait, hold up. Should he be pushing him to 3 right here to actually give a chance to kill him like flat out?
Possible.
Everything?
I also can't tell how much stock Ryushin has right now, so I don't know if he's in a position to be able to.
A total of...
It looks at least like 4. I just can't tell.
Yeah. It looks about 4.
They'll probably fix the camera positioning afterwards, but I really can't tell, like, deck state for Bran. I can't tell stock state for Steve.
Yeah, to be honest, in Nino's position, I probably would not have played the level
that last
3s
turn.
yet. Oh, I probably wouldn't even put out the level 3s. I would have just tried to buy another turn.
Well, right now, Ryushin is still at level 2-4, so we have to see. He's basically just going to be trying to push for damage. The Nino player has to also try to next turn. Otherwise, Ryushin could easily drop down multiples of the level 3s, because he's probably just going to build stock this turn and just... Oh, wait. What does that Mai do? Goes to memory to summon something. What are we summoning?
Yep, the level 3. Booga booga. Oh, no. This is
did he not have a target?
Yeah, he does not.
He
It's
did
the
not.
He played the level event. Level 2 event that sends itself to memory and searches for the 3.
That's a big yikes right there. See, it just what you have to do against standby: throw down a bunch of level 0s and pray.
Is that the event? No, that's the 2-1 backup.
Yes, the 2-1 had
back row.
Yeah, it's like a back row thing, but it had like
on the positive side, the Nino player got rid of the brainstorm that can help him find the climax for the second time around.
Gotcha, that's good.
Do we know how many we're shuffling back in here?
I can't tell. Ready. I saw him go through several though. I believe he paid out the one he triggered. So I think he's got most of them going back in. I saw when he was doing the top check stuff and the brainstorms and stuff, he easily went through 3 or 4. He also...
Hold up, we just pocketed a level 3 into hand off of the door.
Off the door? Alright, so... Also, Ryushin, for the Mai combo, his best thing is having 4 cards in memory for the maximum effect, but right now he only has 3 different names in memory.
Well, not just 4, but 3 different names.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You're saying...
Yeah,
that's the pack that matters the most.
Yeah, he has to get a 4th different name into memory for the maximum effectiveness on the Mai. We have a Space Cowboy entering in. How's it going, my dude? I see you're muted, but it's all good.
We are recording, by the way.
I forgot.
I'm sorry?
I said I forgot.
You forgore. It is all good. But yeah,
Just playing.
I'm sorry?
What are these losers playing?
We have quintuplets versus Bunny Girl Senpai.
Bunny Girl.
On Bunny Girl Senpai, we have
Understood.
Yeah, we have Steve from Refresh Point on Bunny Girl. So.
And hey, the more we see these 2 decks, the more chance we won't see them anymore after Worlds.
Here's hoping.
Oh, I would love for Quince to be gone.
I know for a fact.
Bunny Girl.
Like,
I'm sad though. I want to see
a whole maybe, but Bunny Girl, no way.
Yeah. Oh, he got the climax.
Yep. We have.
That don't mean it's game. That don't mean it's over. He's got to beat from 2-3.
Just
and
cancel
no resources almost.
We still also don't have the level 2 Nino that gives that other level 3 the burn effect. So he has to work off of just the burns from those level 3s, which can still kill depending on how many out he is. Homeboys, he's choosing what his trigger is going to be.
Choosing.
Oh, he had a standby. Is he going to?
He's going to 3. That's not a great sign, though.
That was 4.
That means Ryushin has every single thing in option, and you still got to get 7 damage. Oh, well, refresh point.
Refresh.
You still got to get another 3.
We have 2 more We have 2 instances of damage coming through in a second here. So stick. He is in
it might be for 3 with the burn.
2 instances of kill shot. 1.
But he did go all back in except for 1 because we know 1's in hand.
1, 2, 3.
No, 2.
Yo, he canceled on the last.
He got the cancel with 6 in. Oh.
What?
Oh, Lordy. This is game.
And he had to clock too. So, okay, and he has the 4th one.
You can see the hand shake. He's so excited.
That's Ryushin for you.
He didn't even play the right card for the climax.
That's,
you know that man's happy.
Steve, you're good, bro. Breathe. We can see your face turning red.
With the joy. You're good, man. Come on.
That's
just play it slow. You're at the end. Don't screw up. Stay steady.
Okay.
I will repeat. You know who my dog in the race is.
GG's. Bunny Girl takes it.
Just see that game ended before he messed up something.
I
Good.
know.
Yeah.
But
Bro's got to remember to breathe. It's Worlds. It's a joyful thing when you know that you're that far in, but still remember to pace yourself.
See
you've
here.
already gotten the card that you could sell for several $1,000s. You got a trip to Japan.
Oh, yeah.
Everything else after this is just icing on the cake.
Icy tail on the cake.
Facts right there. Preach.
Re-preach, in fact. Anyway, sorry, I had to say that. But, so for anyone who doesn't know, because I figured now's a good time to explain, because Ryushin wasn't about to slow down for my explanation. To explain the level 3 Mai really quickly.
Basically you pay a cost.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up to read it off. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna turn down Cowboy because I have the rest of y'all turned down since I've got my actual headphones in.
Turned down for what? No, you're good. No, I don't mean to cut you off, Palmer. I was pulling it up to actually show it and read it off so people can see on the video.
That's better than what I was gonna do. I was just gonna summarize.
You're good. I appreciate though. So she does heal on play, which obviously helped him in that instance as well because that was like 3 heals. On attack, if the salvage is in play, you have 5 or less cards in hand. 3 or more other characters. Pay 1, pitch an Adolescence. Perform the following action X times, which he had 4 in memory, so he could do this 3 times. Put 2 cards from the bottom of your opponent's deck into their waiting room. If there's a climax, burn 2. You get to do that 3 times, possibly burn 2/2/2 if you hit multiples, most optimistic thing there. And then, her damage afterwards. And he was basically going to have possibly 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 instances of damage, possibly. It is absolutely insane.
12?
1, 2, 3, and then their damage. 1, 2, 3,
you're right.
and their...
12 instances.
You're good. I had to... Possible instances.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't have enough for...
Total's possible when you consider that climaxes are in there.
I realize, but it's one of those things of, you get to do it that many chances of doing it, I should say. It's kind of like Gura, where you have the possible 4 instances, but 2 of them can whiff type thing. In my mind...
Mine's just a better version of Kana, because
Pretty
Kana
much.
actually has to cancel.
Yeah, you're correct on that one.
Before the hell starts.
So... I'm going to pause the recording, and once they have shifted, it says they have the be right back timer. Cowboy had to bounce out. We don't know when Swiss round 2 is going to start, but I'm just going to pause for when they do. And it doesn't change up enough. All right, we are back. We are on Mr. Two Sides having Overlord, and they are from, it says SG,
That's Singapore.
I was about to say South Georgia, and I realized that's not correct.
No.
And then Now Times UK on Quince. We have, oh god, that glare. We have another Nino deck against Overlord. So this is going to be kind of...
I'm rooting against Quince.
This is going to be kind of the thing of can, someone who is... That doesn't make sense.
I'm confused.
Oh, are you confused about the same thing as me?
Uh-huh.
Why would they put the second one up there?
Remember our conversation the other night where I talked about how I don't like dropping a ton of characters at 1 or 0?
I don't understand dropping...
He sits out 4K and has run to kill.
Does the Kaka just run?
Yes.
Yep, he runs to kill. He doesn't run
even...
away, he runs to get the beat.
But that only leaves 1 spot to run to.
You know who you're up against. How big do they get at 0s? You stop them from getting that extra soul in the early game.
Okay.
I don't know. I still wouldn't want to give it the hand size, but different mentalities. They're in Worlds. I'm not.
Fair. Yeah. Good point. We are not there.
From the Worlds players I have heard, they say that this is a stupid strategy. And they've said that to me because I play a 3-5 the same way that this guy is.
Couldn't the Cockatus just run from the back
every
row?
Time? No, it only runs to kill.
No. But couldn't you put it in the backstage and then it run in front from the backstage? So.
Oh, that's not happy.
I think Bro is still winning, right? At least in one lane.
Stand buying a.
Stand by in the 1/1 that lets you do the top checks now. Yeah.
Is that the 1/1, or I thought that
Yep.
was the zeros where you pay 1 and look at 5?
No, it's a 1/1 that gives all Ninos the top check, and then he standbyed out his 1/1 combo. Oh god, he is off to the races.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
Yeah, this just got very interesting very fast. Damn,
Oh, but
son.
the damage all canceled.
But
we did see somebody beat over the Kakaitis at 0.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Punishing him for the play.
Yeah, very much punished for that, so...
And that's why you don't do that.
It is, but he did take one less damage.
I even go as far as, unless you can put up like a 1175 or the 1165 that can't be reversed by zeros, I'll put my standby targets in the back row.
I want to check if it could, because if he could put the Cocytus...
we know, you know the matchup, you know the deck, you know they're not going to have some funny, hey, reveal from top bomb. You should just put it in front here.
Okay.
By all means.
Okay.
And you do know Overlord might have a zone lock.
Sorry, I'm going back to the Cocytus real quick. Future me, put it up on screen if you want. The Cocytus it doesn't have to be in center stage. Homeboy could still pull that off if he put it in the backstage. It could still run forward to block from the backstage. So I just had to read the card to confirm.
It might have to be. It might specifically say.
No, it doesn't say anything for it. I'm reading it right now.
Yeah, then he should. Yeah, if he's going to pull that play.
And to answer your comment, I'm speaking in generalization. Sorry, not the specific matchup.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we're at Worlds. You know the matchup. You've read the decks. You know what the builds are by expectation supposed to look like. I understand generals, but
why would he put the 1/1? I couldn't tell what.
And
his
that's definitely good
options
advice
were.
for the people watching to listen to the general advice.
True. Because there's no such thing as a side deck, you kind of just have to make. You obviously build your deck based off what you think you're going to play, but you also kind of have to. There is that generalized deck build. Like, this is what the deck is going to try to do no matter what you go up against.
I think in any good Weiss deck, right, you do have about 3 flex spots for tech. And if you don't, your deck is not good enough to beat the matchup.
Pretty much.
Right?
Or the format.
The only argument to that exception case is that your top end and your low end both have that kind of trick to it. Just innately built in. Like,
ooh, the Eat Ski.
The Kurumi level 1 that came from Data Bullet says you cannot bounce or run.
Okay.
From the level 1, and it's an on reverse combo. So you don't have to deal with some funny bouncers or runners.
He didn't do.
You're just innately built in to do that.
Okay, so that Eat Ski.
That's the Eat Ski that gives character gives like send the stop or send the clock.
It has removal, yeah. It can give another character removal, basically.
Damn.
He used the first effect instead of that. He used it for something else. But we have standby, so he's just going to summon right over top of it, basically. It's
Let me just check. We've seen 12 standby twice so far?
Yes.
Yep.
You are correct.
Sad.
Very.
Countdown till Nino's destruction.
Please! Please! Or unban Kurumi, because this, I will swear every single time, this stuff is more degenerate than Kurumi.
This is why I already...
Having 12 standby triggers is way worse.
I went ahead and sold the 1/1s because they shot up in price so much. I'm like, yeah, the deck's going to get hit. I'm just going to go ahead and post these. So they sold like weeks back.
Oh, boy. You're a genius for that, but I got to say that is somewhat evil because you know how the market's going to be.
Oh, yeah. I can't accurately predict. I was just like, if the deck's going to get hit, fuck it. Like, I'm not going to hold on to the $20 cards for something that's going to get hit.
It's business.
Yeah,
it's just business.
You're right. Okay, Sender, hold on now. Sorry, shots fired, and we aren't even on Nikkei yet. I don't recognize what that fucking 2/2 is because it's a different art than what I'm used to. Fuck. Oh, is it the 2/2 from the premium that was like assist? Why would you put that in front row? That's not the assist.
No. It's a 2/2 from the movie set.
Okay.
It's more consistently bigger if I remember correctly, but it doesn't have Encore.
Okay.
Let me double check.
Hold up. I'm gonna get myself a glass of water.
I literally bought that foil in Japanese because it looked like Nino's screaming her head off because she opened 8 climaxes.
For real. Okay, so you know what I think when I see it? Do you remember a special episode of Code Geass? The one girl having the one very intimate relationship with the table. Also, hi, Joker. How you doing?
Oh, we're doing great.
Well, everyone, welcome in Joker to the recording. How's it going?
Doing pretty good. Pretty good.
Are you caught up?
Am I caught up?
Yeah, Worlds is happening right now.
Well, I know that Worlds is happening right now.
Oh,
yeah.
you're heading to D&D?
I'm going to work.
Oh, you're going to work. I thought you said D&D was Thursdays. My bad.
No, that's Amp Raptor.
That's Amraptor. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but
Ryushin took round 1 with Bunny Girl Senpai against Quince, against Nino. And now we are currently on round 2. I don't know these two players, Now Times and Mr. Two Sides. One of them is on Nino again, and the Nino player is eating damage versus Overlord. So,
yep, that's what I was seeing.
Oh, he clocked himself to 2. The Nino player clocked himself to 2.
That's not a really good position for that Nino player to be in, to be honest.
Especially not against Overlord.
Yeah, because he shouldn't be. I feel like he shouldn't be trying to prioritize board at this point. You just throw some shitters. Because he's probably so I guess he's going to try and go for some good fat open swings.
Maybe. Like, it's kind of a twofold thing there because the Shaw tiers are going to come back. Maybe he also wants to have, say the 2/2 there or something, so the Shaw tier doesn't have like an easy reverse target, at least in one lane. I don't know. I'm not, obviously, I can't read minds there, so hell if I know.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think the intention is to try and, because I don't know what the Nino player's hand looks like. I have a generalized idea as to what's in the Overlord player's hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm
Hola,
saying.
señoritas, ¿cómo estás? What did I miss?
1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, sorry.
Tres. We don't talk about tres.
Not a whole lot. The Nino player's already at level 2, and the Overlord's still at 1/4.
Yeah, which is, again, that's going to be bad because this Nino player should be. If it was reversed, then it would be actually fine. Ooh, yeah, no, that's
And just notice we're on the Shell tier level 1.
Yeah, the Shell tier's 2 level 1s bounced out.
Isn't the Shell tier level 1 in a restriction with the Eins? Or am I forgetting something?
It's a different level 1 that works with the Vampire Bride combo, not the level 1 Climax combo. So, different one. You are correct, there is a level 1 Shell tier, but
it's
different
the draw one that's banned.
Yeah. That, the 2/1 that he...
Block draw.
Yeah. Ooh, this is spicy. He's standbyed in 2 of the 2/1 Nino that can give that burn to the other level 3 I mentioned before.
Interesting.
He brought in 2 of those.
The downside is that that's all going to get blown up here in a turn or 2.
That's what I'm wondering if Homeboy's able to do it. I guess depends on how many goats that are in there. We have to see how many markers go once he pops the combo, because he is god canceling.
Standby here have an anti.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest. I think this Overlord player has it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to pop out, but I wanted to say hey before I went into work.
Love you, boo.
Love you, bro. I will see you tomorrow to work on that stuff.
I will be around. I gotta work in the morning on Saturday, so we'll see what happens.
Tomorrow's not Saturday. It's
Okay, damage can stick.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yay!
Yeah, damage finally stuck.
Y'all be safe.
Anybody
that is anybody that is in Japan right now,
good luck.
Stay safe, have fun, and good luck to folks in Worlds.
Hell yeah.
Y'all be safe. Stay based.
Stay based. I'm trying to see if I've heard back from Beery just yet.
Okay, it does. If that's his hand, it looks like he's got the climax.
He's got goats.
Oh, Beery did message back. We have 1 goat. 2.
Saw 2 of them in the bin.
3, 4. I think
3
I
in
saw.
the bin.
Beery said he ended up staying. So Beery was not able to go to Japan.
Damn.
He's at locals right now with some of the others that stayed.
I heard good news from Nar that he was going 2-0 with Dal.
He said just watch Steve Dougie all over his opponent. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Who joined us, by the way?
Yeah, I did go 2-0.
It's Nar.
I went 2-1, actually.
You went what with 2-1? Hell yeah.
I went 2-1. I lost to Devin in the final.
Gotcha. Oh, damn.
What build?
His build.
Oh, the Dorothy?
Crazy. No, he's talking about the 8 standby.
Oh, okay. I need to see that build. I'm trying to cook something for it, but I want to see
All right, here
other
we go.
people's.
Let's see how many goats.
You literally did a video over it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Who, Joker?
The community review. I left
You
a
made a
comment,
video.
darn it, and you never responded.
On the 8 standby?
Yeah.
Yeah, Data
Standby
Light.
Dal.
Oh, on Dow. I thought you said for Nikkei. I'm so sorry.
No.
We have
Brother forgot who's in chat.
We have 4 goats underneath Eins. That is gonna nuke the entire fucking board next turn.
-1. It's not all.
I know. Well, I mean, it depends on what the third. Well, it depends because
Didn't the level 1 choice restricted? Hold up.
Huh?
The level 1 Eins. I thought I got choice restricted with
Okay,
level 3.
the level 1 Vampire Bride and the level 2 Nibiral are the ones on a pick 1 of 3 restricted. You can still run the 1/1 with the level 3 Eins, yeah.
Okay.
It was not that big of a hit. It was very much like kind of a nothing burger. But basically, the whole board could get wiped if he does the combo again.
Guys, did he just put that climax in his hand?
I wasn't
The
paying
bar?
attention.
Or the door, I mean?
I can't rewind. I think he might have.
Yeah. I
Uh-oh.
don't think that was in his hand.
We will have to
Yeah, they're
see.
calling it in chat. Yeah, the chat's going nuts.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-O.
Was it on purpose, you think?
I don't think so, because he wouldn't want to have the gold bar in this
You should be
situation.
looking at Reddit right... Oh, wait, are we fixing it? Okay. Yeah, he's asking how to fix it now.
Oh, fine.
That?
Is this like a random match?
No, this is round 2 Swiss feature match for Worlds.
Wait,
Okay.
Judge is actually hitting somebody on camera that chat caught? Oh my, this is a new experience for me.
Thank you, chat.
So this isn't like the final.
No.
W chat. It's a W.
No, that's going to be like fucking 3 a.m. when that happens, or 6 a.m., one of the two. Judge?
You know what? And I'll be there.
I'm going to stay up as a
little. Ask emote becomes too rowdy.
Okay.
Okay, they let him go.
They let him go.
In Japanese nationals with Luke in charge, that's a game loss.
Yeah. He knows the board is going to get nuked, so he moved up the 2/2s to swing with those instead. That's funny.
Makes sense. I mean, it's got more soul.
It does? Or I said 2/2s, but the 2...
Push the doublage.
Yeah. That's just funny.
Mm-hmm. I love... One of them's SP, one of them's not SP. Like, come on. Commit or don't commit.
He might
Yeah,
still
bro.
be putting the cards together.
I'm sorry, but this is Worlds. You're on camera for Worlds, my man.
You're on candid
no excuses.
camera. For anyone
Unless if
watching...
you, like, pulled up. Unless if you legitimately just pulled one and went like, yeah, this one's nice. I'll shove it in.
Yeah.
Okay. But either commit or don't commit.
Also, I had to double check this dude's fingernails. I couldn't tell if that was like just his natural fingernail color or if he put like
Nail polish
pink
on?
nail polish on. I'm like, yeah, I respect it either way, but I just didn't
Bros
know.
are so pretty that you have to go like, damn,
like,
he's got to be doing something.
Damn, he's fabulous.
I think part of it's the camera saturation because both people, like all the pinks are popping.
You're really, yeah, no, now that I look at like the Quince player's hands, unless it's just blood flow issue on his part, you're right. It's definitely popping.
Or somebody went up to the camera, took an expo marker in a very watered out color, just drew over it.
So here's another interesting thing. Like, I need to double check the 2-2 Nino because it's been forever since I fucking played it.
It's not another alt art that you don't know about this time?
No, I just have to remember a specific wording on it.
He's playing out the 3-2s.
Because the 2-2 has a encore, but I'm thinking you have to have a certain number of... I think you had to have a certain number of characters on field.
Wait, is the 3-2 have an early play effect? Or... Because he's at level 2, isn't he? I only see 2 in level.
What the... Oh, they change. Those are the changes. Oh, God. Somebody hit the camera. Those are the... it changes into those 3s. Sorry. I forgot about that card.
Oh, another camera bomb.
Do we know anybody at this tournament?
Ryushin, Steve from...
I think Banka-sama is there. I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not going to DM him right now to make sure, because if we see him on camera, we see him on camera.
Fair.
I do know he's in Japan.
Oh, no, it's the 3-2 that he moved up that had the SPs. I thought those were a different 2-1. My bad. They can change into any Quints player.
One of the 2-1 had an SP.
Yeah, those...
One of the 2-1s had an SP.
Those,
One of them wasn't.
The ones that he had, they can change into... It says, at the beginning of your climax phase, return this to hand to choose a Quints in hand to summon it. So he early played them with those level 3s.
Okay.
That's
still so...
God, that's gross.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a good play, though, because they're going to die here. At least when they were in his hand, he could have fired them back.
I think it's a fine play.
Fire away. Well, now he is currently winning the damage race against Overlord. Overlord does not want to be at 3-2 right now. When the Nino is...
It's not wanting.
Yeah.
Jesus, stop bumping the camera, boys.
There's somebody behind it.
We know you have that force, but you don't need to impress us further.
For real.
We're already at Worlds. You don't need to show us all that strength. We already know you're strong, Daddy.
And then he still has the... Or he did the burn? Or the burn made it stick to that point. Okay. Excuse me.
Okay. So... I honestly think sending him to 3,
now,
especially 3-2, that's 2 swings away from death.
He also didn't...
There is no cancel.
He doesn't have Gold Bar in hand right now. He can't nuke the field without the combo, so if he has to clock himself...
And he's only going to get more compressed on
and
this
he did not draw into it. He did not draw into the Gold Bar.
There's no way of doing it with the Vampire to be funny.
He has to use...
Is there what kind of brainstorm are they on?
The brainstorm right there is like for the top check. You can look. I think that one he just brainstormed with. I think that is a top check effect, but you have to like discard afterwards. He does not see it. He does not see it because you can get the Gold Bar with that. But this is where
Does he have a salvage effect in hand, so you could replay the brainstorm and try it again.
Possibly, I don't know. Doesn't look like...
You can always overplay salvage and then replay the brainstormer and go for it.
Depends. I also don't know how much he's out. Look at how much he's about to he sees that there's one...
He's got one in.
So if he somehow did it, he would have to hit the red the red salvage. Sorry, the red salvage. He has to hit the other climax and not the Gold Bar.
Or if he hits both of them, he does refresh, and that does give him another opportunity.
Possible. Yeah, it gives another opportunity. We have to see. Okay.
How's he brainstorming again?
Well,
did he overplay?
No, he overplayed it. You're correct. Oh, no, that's the spammable one. It's spammable. He can do it as many times as he wants.
Got it. Okay.
So he has that. He is hunting for it. He has to take that refresh point.
That's fine though if he wins.
Anything but the Quints player at this point. He is fighting for his life on getting a Gold Bar off of these effects.
I want Quints to lose, but honestly, at this point, Quints player has it almost locked up. Palmer, I think I understand where you're coming from for not wanting to play out the 3 into the board wipe, but he was uncompressed.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out really well.
He hit one.
It definitely worked out really well for him.
Also, he milled 5, not 4. Oh, that was the different brainstorm. Oh, it's the Shelter brainstorm he was doing.
Is my mic volume okay?
Yeah, you're fine, dude.
No, you're good.
Okay, because usually I'm very quiet.
There it is.
Oh, climax swapper, got you.
I might swap.
All right, now the board's gone. He had to fight for that.
It took so much, but he's still able to do. No, he's only able to do one goat burn now, though, right?
Correct.
Pay 1 cent.
It's at the end of the turn, so he can still. Or no, they go to memory, but the burn doesn't happen until the encore step, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
We're gonna see them save any lane because you can pay 3 encore here to keep.
Yeah, but I don't know how
we
much.
have no stock.
Yeah, I can't tell. He must have paid it all out for the burns and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He healed.
Or relatively compressed. I mean, as far as we can tell, especially since he paid it out, there doesn't seem to be anyone in there. There's none in hand, as far as we can tell.
3,
They're all 8 in.
1.
They're
gone.
likely to maybe go to level 3 on average here
3.
after the goat burns.
Yeah, true. Because the goat burns
Level
are just.
3,
Are they
1, I
burn?
think.
They're burn ones?
They're burn
Yep.
ones. And then the goat burns, is he going to pay for them?
Depends. I don't know. It would be. I don't know. He might not want to push him to. Well, I mean, I guess at this point with no stock, it doesn't matter if he pushes him to 3 or not.
He doesn't.
He didn't do
He's
it.
He passed.
He didn't. You can do the goat burn later. It just puts them into memory. The burn happens whenever at whatever point that they're actually just in the memory. Forgive me if I'm
from
butchering
memory
that.
to waiting
And
to burn.
at this point, since the goat burns couldn't kill, he probably needs the hand to actually have attackers next turn if he happened to survive.
Yeah, that's the thing.
The thing is, though, a climax on board just kills the Overlord player. In most likelihood, we
Standby.
think that
It's standby. There's no climax. Standby has
They're
no.
5 out, 3 in.
Standby climaxes don't get buffs, so it doesn't matter.
Ooh, true. Okay, so we're about 2 soul triggers then.
Yeah,
2 soul triggers.
you're correct on that. But yeah, you're right. He's out like 5. So
5 and we did not hit a bar. So yeah,
I'm moving
5,
y'all
3 in
to
out
the
of that deck
top
state. I mean,
right over here where it doesn't really matter.
nano times might not know about that. But,
Nano times. You said that, I thought nanoless, and I'm like, oh god, we're back to the Cinder argument all over again.
No, stop.
He's like, stop.
That joke. Wait, look, the clock and level are working now, boys.
Oh shit, it's magically working.
Yeah, I
Oh,
fixed it. Sorry about that, guys. I was having technical difficulties. I fixed it.
You're good. Thank you, man. You're the real G for a reason.
Yeah, but no, I think in almost always, Mr. Two Sides is gone.
He is gonna stand by in.
Especially if there is the choice trigger selecting.
Yes, he just standbyed in the 1/1 that lets you pick your triggers.
Yep.
Ooh.
So he's gonna try to
But he
probably.
doesn't have a choice of a stamp of a soul trigger here.
True.
I think that matters though, because if
Possibly.
no, they're all swinging for 1s right now.
The first
So
one's
he's gonna
stuck.
Make this one matter. For
So
2.
top check. He's gonna put.
And he can maybe
Yep,
precise this
so for
last
2,
one.
2.
For 2.
He could just swing
It's
for.
breathe on him and he's gone.
It's-
Just do not trigger a soul trigger.
make
and that
it-
should be easy enough.
Make it 1. He just has to make certain that there's no. Yep, he chose just that one. GG's. Nino takes
Damn.
round 2.
Damn it.
At level 2. He didn't go to level 3 for that, by the way.
Nope.
That is
Like
insane.
I said, he could have been sent there. He did not, though.
He very much could have.
So
So
1-1 now, or did he go 2-0?
oh, it's not no, this is it's best of
First
1.
round.
It's best of
Oh,
1.
okay.
But this was round 2. So we're back to
Second round.
yeah.
Okay.
of Swiss rounds. So
I'll turn the stream back on.
Yep. True, they might bring him back up there in a second here. GG's. So Overlord got knocked. We don't know if that was the only Overlord.
We have some mod stuff going on in chat.
Yeah, I noticed that there was a lot of like messages getting deleted.
There were a few people being pretty snide.
Wow, somebody asking why play Overlord, because it's good.
Why play? Oh, no, they said why play Overload. They were talking about Fusion Overload from Yu-Gi-Oh,
Oh,
or Overload Fusion. I'm kidding.
somebody's being polite.
He ready to fight for the mirror.
I still can't believe Log Horizons are going to Worlds.
That would be sick, brother. If we see a Log Horizon feature matchup here, that would be amazing. But for this particular video, I'm going to stop the recording here. We have rounds 1 and 2, so we're going into round 3. That will be another video to get posted later. So check back for that sometime soon. Stay based.